Hi folks, it's midday, it's the 19th of March. This is something a bit different. For the next 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, my take on the astrological horoscope of one Vladimir Putin. 7th of October 1952, 9:30 in the morning in Petrograd in Russia, making him Libra with Scorpio rising and the moon in Gemini. Scorpio rising ruled by Pluto. He has Pluto exactly on the midheaven in Leo, squared and amplified big time by Jupiter, creating an insatiable psychological and at least partly subconscious desire for power. Now this is not necessarily a negative thing. He's certainly capable of handling extreme levels of high output when it comes to power mechanics. And with a very, very strong Mercury-Pluto sextile in his chart, healthy position, he has a strong, articulate, determined, intelligent mind. He also has the imagination to dream in futures. It's just that his ways of going about things can be very scorpionic and plutonic, as in yes, no, black, white. Nice enough chart. Mars trine Pluto, Mars sextile Mercury. His Mars in Sagittarius, he is the action man. It is the Sun conjunct Saturn in his horoscope, both square Uranus, that brings the more radical and perhaps the uncompromising into his chart. It's a fairly difficult chart, primarily because of, on the one hand, the need for revolution and novelty, and on the other hand, the need for structure and order, and the conflict between the two. Mix in with that a bit of plutonic and scorpionic psychology, and you do see someone who's actually is the real deal. He is the deep, penetrating, psychologically orientated thinker and the power broker that he is portraying himself as. He is someone capable of handling this degree of extraordinary responsibility and power. It is just not so much a question of how he uses it, because that already seems to be determined. It is more a question of what has been going on, what is going on, what is coming up. And certain aspects of his life are looking rather stimulating and others are not. Whilst in general the current prognosis for his horoscope is actually quite good, just since October, mid-October of 2000, just since his birthday really, of 2012, since his 60th birthday, Saturn has moved into his first house, bringing a much greater degree of need for structure, discipline, boundaries, self-determination, self-reliance. So I do, when Saturn crosses someone's ascendant that moves into their first house, I tell them to step back for a few months and let the bare bones of the new future be in place. Then you can flesh the bones out after 6 months. But straight away, with Saturn having just moved in his first house about 4 or 5 months ago, it's pretty clear to me that he is in a state of major personal restructuring and development of himself. I also note that over the whole of 2012 and 2013, Neptune in the sky is squaring Vladimir Putin's unaspected moon in Gemini. I've looked at this and I could go into long stories of why I think what's happening is going on, but I'm a little worried about both his emotional health and parts of his physical health connected with his glandular system. Wouldn't surprise me if his energy levels are well low and there's a degree of confusion and nebulousness around his roots, foundations, home, family situations. And then there's the big one. In 2014, Pluto will square Putin's sun and Uranus will oppose Putin's sun. And this will then continue into early 2015. The Uranus-Pluto square will hit him. And I will be very surprised to see him still in the same steady, standard, consistent position he is now, in doing the same role in 2 years' time. Something very big is coming up for him. I wonder as to the his constitution and particularly his nutrition and diet at this time. But nice enough chart, big changes coming up. Won't be doing what he's doing now in 2 years' time. You heard it here first. There you go, folks, something different for today. and I'll probably do a few more of these in the near future. Any requests, feel free. Cheers, bye.